How's everybody doing? So this was definitely an impromptu thing, just out of the clear blue. I didn't expect to be doing this tonight. I got home from work and was just really tired, and booted up Legacy of the Duelist because I wanted to just play some casual Yu-Gi-Oh, but I didn't want to play Master Duel because every time I log on to Master Duel and try to play online, I just get a disconnect and lose when I have game on board, and that gets really old very quickly. So, and the single player mode in Master Duel is just so lacking that I wanted to play something else. So boot this up and I start opening packs and stuff, and I pulled a Boral Sword and I like shouted out loud. So I said, okay, I might as well stream this and get these reactions live. Not to mention, I wanted to get some footage for this game anyway for another upcoming project. And so I kept opening packs. I'm opening packs from Yusaku's pack. I've played like a little bit of each campaign, but I haven't completely finished any of them. And so when you unlock Yusaku's pack, you get access to a lot of uh, generic Link stuff. You get access to almost all of like the main characters cards from Vrains. You get access to a lot of generic Cyber stuff and some Rocket stuff, some Goki stuff, some Trickstar stuff, etc., etc. And so, oh, and Altergeist stuff as well. So I wanted to make a Goki deck, but I don't have nearly enough of those cards yet. But I had enough cards to like throw together this pile that is this generic Cyberse deck. No traps. That's how you know we're all gas. And yes, it is using the banned pre-errata firewall, and I'm just now really figuring out how that works because I never had a chance to play with pre-errata firewall when it was around. Um, so we're going to be taking advantage of that. This is literally just a pile I threw together. Some of these ratios are not what I would have otherwise. Like the widget kid is actually a really good card, but I only have one of those. The Cyberse gadget is really good. The Bit Trooper is kind of a huge minus, but if I can pull it off, it's awesome. Also, Bit Trooper, Rom Claudia, and Latency are an awesome combo, but I haven't pulled Latency yet. I actually don't even know if it's technically in the game. Michelle's just getting home now as well. I'm channeling Playmaker, and I've thrown together this pile of Cyberse cards.
Sounds like fun. Look what I got.
She tried to run away.
She cannot. She's not allowed to.
I bet you the mic can pick up the purring of the cat.
Oh, she's sniffing too.
Yeah.
Purring ASMR. My bingies.
All right, let's see what we got here. So I was going through the original DM campaign and doing some of the reverse matchups. So like they as you go through this, they give you like the intended outcome of each of these quote unquote historical duels from the show. So it's like, oh yeah, you're clearly supposed to play, you know, Yugi versus Kaiba and win, right? Well, you can then swap and play the other side of that fight with the pre-constructed decks that they give you. But the pre-constructed decks they give you are all garbage. And I'm glad that there's not an unlock condition for playing them. Like it's not mandatory to play them with the precons. So I'm playing it with my own constructed deck. So I guess I get to play as Mai here. Um,
When did she do Yugi? Never mind.
yeah. Right
It's been
after,
so long.
right after he what loses
Yep,
technically in Duelist Kingdom.
He loses. It's a very interesting loss.
Loses, quote unquote. Mega Master here in chat. The decks are so bad I actually lost against Kaiba using it. Yeah, no, I mean they're very gimmicky. It's like what was that one character known for doing in that duel, and that's the entire deck. So if the deck is like, Yugi launching the Gaia the Dragon Champion with Catapult Turtle at the flotation ring. Then you're gonna run Mother Grizzly to summon Catapult Turtle from your deck, and you're gonna have to hard make Gaia the Dragon Champion, and it's just miserable. Not to mention, what is that?
A crunchy eyelash.
Oh, you're still dealing with the eyelash issues.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna change into comfy clothes and then get on the computer and watch your stream.
okay.
Unless you want my non-glorious commentary, but I figured I'd come.
Either way, if you want to join in chat, that's fine.
Come on, baby, let's go.
Um,
Oh, I got kicked in the mouth.
yeah. So like there was one where I want to say it was Joey, and I had another one of my like more constructed decks, just a pile that I had thrown together, and I had like Hot Red Dragon Archfiend on the field, and he summons Time Wizard, does the Hail Mary to be like, all right, I'm gonna either clean your board or I'm gonna lose, and of course it lands on the on tails, and so he loses the coin flip and it dies, and I just kill him that turn. All right, so let's see what we can do here. So let's fire off the Bit Trooper. I don't know if Dotscaper will trigger here. That's insane. So if unless the condition for triggering Draco Net is I have to control no other cards, it's not. So yeah, this is literally insane. So DracoNet will fetch us one of these guys. DracoNet is like limited in this game or semi-limited, and I can't remember why. If I remember correctly, there was like a pile deck where you could, like, it was a variant of. Oh, it was because of Ebe, the World Chalice Justicar, the level 5 synchro. It was played in like Dragon Link or something, and that card I think is legal in this format, or was just around to getting banned in this format, because this game is actually released in TOS format. It was like late 2019, I think, when this game came out. So the ban list sure is interesting. I realized I didn't even activate Graceful Charity, or probably should have opened with that instead of. All right, well, we don't need the other DracoNet. We don't need the one-time passcode is hilarious because it enables Link Spider, but it can also trigger Topologic Bomber Dragon. But we've got the Clock Wyvern for that as well. I guess we'll just Delinquent Duo as well, our opponent. All right, let's see what we can make here. So the go-to combo with this so far has been making Pentastag and then linking that into Transcode Talker and having Transcode Talker revive it, because they buff each other and do piercing, and it's like just literally unbeatable. It's so strong. So I guess we'll just do that and hope that the trap that he has is not good, which it probably won't be. I think I also already got Nightmare Phoenix. Am I going to be able to use this Digitron though? Because I may have to make, yeah, I have to make Link Spider first, because I need an effect monster. There's something to be said for sure about the fact that all of your inputs are just faster and a little bit more reflexive in this game than in Master Duel. I used to think it was the other way around, where Master Duel was a little bit more quick, but in actuality, I really feel like it's the other way around, where because of the lack of complex animations and stuff like that in this game ends up being a lot faster and flashier than Master Duel. But we have come a long way. I know by the time this game came around, people were really sick of the whole Other Ocean games, these simulators, because they really hadn't come very far since like the original like Tag Force 1 formula. And if you play some of the older ones like Tag Force 1 or what is that called on the PS2? Something of Destiny. Beginning of Destiny, that's what it's called. The GX game on the PS2. And you play like the 5D's Decade Duels and all that. All of these games front in this series, the Other Ocean series, some of them are just abysmally slow with how long it can take to complete a duel because every single thing is another input. And it just takes an actual eternity. Debug is pretty strong here. We can fetch a infra flyer. I think I unlocked a backup secretary as well that I may want to go into. Did I put Nightmare Phoenix in the extra deck? I did not. We can Nightmare Unicorn spin back the Swords of Revealing Light. Yeah, that just seems too good. Let's do that. Could also Topologic Trisbana, but that seems a little bit like overkill. Also, can't summon to the zone that Trisbana would point to unless I got rid of Transcode Talker, and I don't want to do that. There's no access code talker in this game, so Transcode Talker is as good as we can do, but I'm perfectly fine with that because the dude is really strong. The problem is if I don't kill him this turn, Swords is just gonna come back. Oh no, it's actually return it to the deck, not the top of the deck. So the deck is shuffled. Either way, I mean, if we can still use let's see, zone that this card points to. So we can't bring back the Pentastag. We're fine. I'll spin back the Swords. Yep, deck is shuffled. Haha. All right, now let's go ham here. Grab the Info Flyer. I guess I could grab the Sea Archiver as well. Same thing, really. Do we have anything worth making? I almost I almost extra linked my opponent in testing. Can Firewall Dragon bounce set cards? Yep, he sure can. So let's just make a Firewall Dragon here. Oh no, did it not save your doodle? Is it gone? Oh wow, transcode boosts firewall as well. Brain control, which is probably the eroded version. After this duel, we'll open some packs, get some good stuff here. This is a tough one because actually there's a line here because the one-time passcode pretty much has to make exactly Link Spider, but it can also make Link Disciple. So let's do a Hail Mary here. I still think it would be really funny to trigger one-time passcode into the zone that Top Logic Bomber Dragon points to and trigger it during my opponent's turn. Oh no, it's not a quick play. What card am I thinking of that's a quick play that summons a token? Not Scapegoat. I mean, obviously Scapegoat, but there's another one that summons exactly one token. Hippo Party. Maybe? I wish I knew what half of those Arc 5 cards did. Um I know what Popper Up does. What's crazy is I've unlocked all these cards, but I haven't unlocked regular ass Decode Talker. So I'm a little bit worried about having some protection on a board like this. Although, let's honestly, what's the worst thing that Joey can do? Time Wizard again? Maybe if I don't trigger the effect of Disciple or Devotee here. Do I still just want to end on the Pentastag and Transcode? Because that's honestly that's honestly unbeatable in against these just AI opponents. Like that's just really strong. They never have removal. Oh dear. Yikes. So the restriction on Devotee activated regardless. So I can't link any higher into Link 3 to summon Transcode. Well, you know what they say. Read your cards, ladies and gentlemen. Joey's like, yeah, I'll show your 2018 monster with my 1999 vanilla. What the hell was that? That was a Red Eyes Metal Dragon, which yeah, it cannot be summoned if it's in your hand. If it's in your hand, it's a complete brick. The Rom Claudia is bigger though, and we can add back a guy. Who are we getting back? Oh, we can add back the Digitron. And then activate the Bit Trooper. Meh. I don't think I even need to Link Summon here. I think I can just battle. Or, you know, just fall for the oldest trick in the book. That works too. Let's see. We have another extender I can go into. Do Infra Flyer. So those of you that are watching, does the color look okay on the stream, or does it look kind of washed out? I don't know if I like the way it looks. This game is pretty bright and colorful, and it just seems a little bit off to me. I'm not quite sure what to do about it. Yeah, just comparing it to my TV, the color just looks a little bit off, like a little bit washed out. It looks just slightly more muted than it does actually in game. All right, so I've learned not to trust his back row. So I think we're gonna make Nightmare Unicorn again and spin it back. And I guess we can... Let me see. Does it require effect monsters? I should know that. Okay, so if we can get rid of the Clock Wyvern token...
It's definitely your screen. It's not as offensively green.
Yeah, so Michelle's double-checking on her phone, and it actually looks closer on her phone than it does to my TV, but on my window here it looks muted. Interesting.
I love technology.
And you being the artist, you're like, I have to question whether or not a screen is displaying in true color or not, right?
I've lost my damn mind.
Oh, you know what sucks though is we lost the piercing from Pentastag. That is fine though. If only Transcode Talker let you revive to any zone that a Link Monster points to on your... wow, holy shit, that was lucky. As opposed to just the zone that he points to, because otherwise I would actually be able to bring it back. Do we make Firewall Dragon? Sure. Oh, so even pre-errata Firewall has the Baroness condition of once while face up on the field. It's not a once per turn thing. So you'd have to resummon it to get that live again, which is fine. I mean, people sure were able to abuse it regardless. Oh man, don't like the back row. I mean, knowing this AI, we probably just YOLO it and attack, right? Nope, we sure don't. Well, that's the punish. I think I'm actually going to save my Balancer Lord for next turn. ID for Steve asking, would Book of Eclipse or Moon reset that effect? I'm inclined to think that it would, but I'd have to try it out, I guess. Not many people playing with pre-errata Firewall these days, but certainly a lot of people playing with Baroness, though. Alright, this is a lot better. So after this duel, I'm also putting Nightmare Phoenix in the extra deck, because I definitely need that back row removal. Alright, y'all are gonna love this. I still think I can just hold the Balancer Lord and not summon him yet. Firewall or Transcode? Well, Transcode gets me another body. Alright, Joey, what do you got? Another Mirror Force? You got another Mirror Force for me? I mean, I'll eat it if it is. I got no out to it. Okay, cool. Cool, let's open some packs. I'm actually a little bit concerned about the lack of Goki cards have been opening in this set, because apparently they're all in the Playmaker pack, even though there's 5 Vrains packs, which is interesting. Because I have 2 rematches, but I don't have any. Oh, I don't think we need another Link Haribo, but we need another Cyberse gadget. We need another Cyberse gadget, guys. All right. Trigate Wizard. Oh, that's huge. We finally have a negate, guys. A whole negate. Xcode. It's fine. We already have him. Reincarnation if we ever want to build Trick Stars. This is the one thing that no doubt cause people to just get sick of this game and to be sick of the other Ocean games in general. Now, at least this game has a better method for unlocking cards than Decade Duels and what the heck was the one after that? Wasn't Legacy of the Duelist, that's this game. Millennium Duels, yeah. This game has a much better system for unlocking cards than that one, whereas that one, all of the precons were paid DLC, and then you unlocked like a couple of cards for winning a duel, and that was it. So the fact that this game actually has a pack opener is huge, but I think people were just sick of it because you couldn't craft the exact cards you wanted like you can in Master Duel. So that was a pretty huge quality of life step forward. So we've got Goki Master Ogre. I mean, that's fine. It's a payoff, but I want the main deck Gokis. I want Super X. I only have one right now. Crusadia Equimax. That's huge. That's a payoff for Crusadia, which we have like almost the Crusadia package now. But a lot of these Cyberse cards don't play nice with other archetypes, so we kind of have to pick and choose here. I was opening some other packs and some other characters as well, so I think Quentin here has the Noble Knights, which I want, and then Leo and Luna have Dragoonity, which I want. Now, this is unfortunately before the Structure Deck R Dragoonity drive in Japan, so we only have the Cybernetic Horizon era of Dragoonity support, which is not nearly as consistent. Trying to think of who else we want cards from. I got something insane out of one of Joey's packs earlier. I'm trying to remember what it was. Alright, let's open one more from Playmaker and we'll just continue on. I already have 3 Link Slayer. And again, I wish that it was the case with this game and with Master Duel, where if you already have 3 of a card, it would just not allow you to get more of it. Like, because you can't, there's no purpose in having more than 3 cards in a online game where you build your decks out of the same card pool, and your cards are automatically shared between your different decks and from your card pool. Alright, time to beat Yugi as Joey now, and I'm once again not using the precon for this. Oh, I didn't put Nightmare Phoenix in my deck. Or Boral Sword. I said at the beginning of the video that I pulled that, but I didn't put it in. Again, some of the cards in here like lock you into Cyberse. So you can't actually... I couldn't make Boral Sword because he's a dragon type. Yeah, I'm not really liking these Bit Troopers. They are definitely a bit bricky. I think I'm relying on this stupid combo with latency, where you like pitch latency off of Bit Trooper to summon it, and then you normal ROM Claudia, and it sends it back to your hand, which summons itself, and you get 3 bodies on the field. But that just seems really inconsistent and dumb. What do we want to do here? Can we make... let's see if we can make, like, Top Logic Trisbana or something like that, just to... Whatever he sets on his turn, we'll just blow it up. Yeah, I can turn the one-time passcode into the Disciple. This game does have summon animations, though, but there's only like a handful of them for like the protagonist ace monsters, and that's really about it. And they honestly don't even look that great. And I think part of that is because this version of the game is technically just a like special edition. Oh, lovely. Dark Magician. Yeah, here we go. Here's summon animation. I mean, that's pretty cool. I won't lie, that's pretty cool. But I like how in Master Duel, it's a summon animation that really kind of brings the um, brings the cards to life, and you get them for every single archetype. I just think it's cool. That Monster Reborn got you a lot of value there. All right, so I think we summon Clock Wyvern and summon the token to where Trisbana points to, which will banish the token and whatever back row he has. So I guess we'll just go ahead and put Dark Magician in defense mode. So we can beat over it. Clock Wyvern is a card that I am very surprised never saw play, because it literally just makes another one of itself. And I thought that would, in concept, I thought that would be good for link spam decks, and it just, nobody ever played it, and that's when Phantom Skyblaster was limited as well. Is Phantom Skyblaster still limited? I don't need to waste the fissure right now. We'll just go in. Yeah, everybody was so worried about Phantom Skyblaster because of link spam decks, and yet this card, which functionally does the exact same thing, never saw any play. We can probably win from this position. Get something. Oh my god, if we get Dotscaper and pitch it off of Bit Trooper, that's insane. So can Trisbana be used as link material? It can. There might have been a different line we could do. I think we just attack from here because I don't want to lose all my guys trying to make Transcode Talker or whatever. Oh, and 900 more damage. Yeah, I probably could have made a Transcode Talker and just won from there. Oh yeah, signature card, Dark Sage. I'm sure we'll get lots of mileage out of that. Also realized I put the Cyberse Clock Dragon in the extra deck without... Oh, and I did put a way to fusion summon it in here, but it's not very good. So let's just take that out. And everything else is fine for the most part. Is there a way to search by if the card is new? It's funny to see what was banned here versus what's back at this point, because obviously this was like a modified version of the ban list from, what was it, late 2018, early 2019, something like that. So like Phoenix Blade is banned here. It's not banned in the TCG. I think it's banned in Master Duel, which makes playing Goki a little bit difficult there. Cyberjar has been back since then. Obviously, the Firewall Errata. All the Cannon Soldiers to prevent FTKs on Ranked, which I don't think anybody ever really got a chance to play this online. Lone Fire is at 1. That's definitely not the case in the TCG. Yeah, Draco Net's at 1. I don't understand that. Of course, we're able to play 3 in single player. ID4 Steve is asking if Samorg is even in the game. Probably, if you're thinking of the Samorg Link monster, it's definitely not, because that didn't come out until Dual Overload, which was March of 2020. It was like 3 years ago yesterday, I think is what it was, because it came out the same day that Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal did. 3/20/2020. Yeah, so some of these are kind of odd. Sarguja is actually limited in this, which is probably for the better. Oviraptor. So Oviraptor is limited, and Baby Ceratosaurus is semi-limited. So dinosaurs are absolutely not worth making in this, which is really irritating. Okay, what were we doing? We're looking for Boral Sword. What do I want? I kind of wish that the game did the game not save the fact that I pulled Boral Sword? Oh, yikes. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, it's like you can search by name, but you got to go into this screen, and you got to go to text search, and then you got to add the thing to it, and it's just a little bit more obtuse than it needs to be. All right, did I put Nightmare Phoenix in there? I did not. What can we cut? I admittedly don't use all of these code talkers, so I can probably cut either Xcode or Encode. I don't really use these guys. Shadow Man version 4 here. We haven't pulled Signet Mining yet, so if we pull it, we will, because I'm pretty sure it was in this game. Yeah, no, we'll definitely use it if we actually pull it. We just haven't gotten there yet. Let me see. I'm tempted to cut one of these guys. Probably Encode Talker, because he doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Let me see. Yeah, I guess we're going to cut him. Talking about Link Haribo as well. Dotscaper being one of the only cards that actually makes Link Haribo, which is a good call out. But he's insane. When I was able to get him off, he actually like saved my ass in a duel that went really south for me. So I think we're gonna keep him in. But so if I think of a search by card frame, all the Link monsters should be in one place. Or I could just search by nightmare, I guess. Oh, I've got 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, no traps. We're all gas. I might put some traps in there at some point because we're just playing casually with the AI. But so far I haven't needed them because the deck is so aggro. But yeah, I literally just threw this together in a few minutes, so I might cut down on some ratios and put some traps in there because I have good traps in the game. Um, I've got, I think I've got like Compulse and Torrential and stuff like that. That's good. Oh, Imperm is in this game. I need to see what pack unlocks Imperm. Cyberse Gadget. I guess we'll save that for follow-up after we've sent our vanilla guy to the graveyard. Yeah, so I'm trying to remember what the combo was with this back in the day. It was like you would summon Galaxy Serpent off of Draconet and make the World Chalice Justicar, and then she would, I don't remember even what she would do. She's been banned for so long, but she would get you to something else, and I think that was like an early Dragon Link combo, and that's why Draconet is limited in this game. So I was racking my brain around this last night. I was thinking about this new structure deck that was announced. They announced that they're doing a character structure deck for Jack Atlas later this year in the OCG. It's supposed to come out in June. And I think it's actually just called like Structure Deck Pulse of the King or something like that. I thought it was almost like a fake when I first saw it because I was like, that just seems so unlikely, but cool at the same time. So I was like trying to think about what is likely for them to create as an exclusive card for the structure deck. But then I guess I changed my mind and started thinking, what would I want out of a new, Resonator, Red Dragon Archfiend support? Like, what does that strategy lack that would make it good? I do not feel good about going into that much back row. Do we just Nightmare Phoenix and hope to pop one of them, or what do we do here? We have to link off the Pentastag because we don't have an arrow. Anyway, I was thinking about what I would want out of support for a strategy like that, and I guess the answer I came up with was oh, I know what we can do. We can oh shoot, I did that in the wrong order. So I thought there needs to be like a level 4 fiend that you can search off of Resonator Command that like when he is normal or special summoned, he like sends a spell or trap that lists Red Dragon Archfiend or a Dark Dragon Synchro from your deck to your graveyard, because what the deck really needs is consistency. And so if you had consistent access to some of their better cards, because Red Rain is pretty good, and so is the new trap that just came out in Maze of Memories. It's literally a monster negate by banishing it out of the graveyard. And so what are you going to do? Like main deck Foolish Burial Goods to hopefully send your like one monster negate to the graveyard aside from a Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So I'm like, have just a guy, a level 4 fiend, that when he's normal or special, he bins a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend or a level 8, a Dark Dragon Synchro. That way, it keeps within the limitations of the archetype, and he's searchable by Resonator Command. He sets up that negate, and then you can still do the combo with Crimson Resonator, which would be, if you're going first, you synchro them into Red Rising. Red Rising brings back the Crimson. The Crimson then goes into Scarlight with the other two Resonators that summoned off of its effect, and then you pass with Burning Soul set, and you make King Calamity on your opponent's turn, and your opponent has no choice but to pass because they can't activate anything, and then when it comes back around to your turn, you just kill them. And then the other one is you just go straight for Red Supernova Dragon with that same combo, which I guess could work going first or second, because Red Supernova is a board wipe, and he has like 6,000 attack after you do that. But I almost feel like making King Calamity on your opponent's turn is better. So yeah, maybe making Burning Soul searchable, or yeah, just so far the card that I've been like, yeah, I would want that as support for the archetype is a guy that just on summon bins a card that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend, and that's one card they could add. Most all structure decks, regardless if an archetype needs it or not, almost all structure decks have to be like, oh yeah, new boss monster, even though the archetype may not need it. Like the last thing that Red Dragon Archfiend needs is a new boss monster, but maybe another bridge, like maybe a level 8 monster that can bridge, because the Stardust just got the new Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, which is a bridge into level 10s, which seems really good. Let's see. Make Nightmare Unicorn. Spin back the other back row. The other thing would be like a Resonator or even another level 4 Fiend, where it's like, if this card is used as material in the summoning of a Dark Dragon Synchro, that Synchro gains the following effect, and it's like a negate. It's basically give them a Mathmech Diameter. That would be really busted. But I think the biggest thing the deck needs is consistency. ID4 Steve again saying, we pulled 2 Axel Synchro Stardust, but I've never had an OG Stardust. Luckily OG Stardust is really easy to get. He's got like 20 printings. I think the most recent and cheapest one being the Toon Chaos one. But that Axel Synchro Stardust, like, I don't know what people are... I guess people are trying to be like, oh yeah, a level 8 Synchro equals a Baroness now, which seems pretty strong. But I haven't seen anybody really experimenting with it now. I guess I gotta go look up that one guy's channel who's always, like, theory crafting with synchros. what is it, 037 Wolf, where that guy's always has the sauce with synchros. Like, he's always crafting something good, and it always ends up kind of defining the consensus for how the deck is played, like, forever after that. But oh yeah, Cartesia can make it too. That's crazy. Because yes, she is a tuner. Cartesia plus any level 4, I guess. Brain control for Digitron? Okay. What did... I mean, I guess that accomplished something. I'm still gonna murder you. Yeah, I picked up my box of Maze last Friday, and I wasn't hoping for much because that set has a lot of pack filler, like a lot of pack filler. Like, I knew when I saw cost down in there that I was like, oh yeah. This pack has some hot garbage in it. But that being said, the box that I opened was insane. It was absolutely insane. Because not only did I pull Baroness and the XL Synchro Stardust, but on Michelle's half of the box, she pulled Guardian Chimera and a Collector's Rare Firewall Dragon Terahertz or whatever it's called. And so I was like, well, I guess I literally could not be happier with this box. It was perfect. The only other thing I want is the Collector's Rare Teardrop. The Rika Queen. I want that really bad. And apparently she's only sitting at around $45-ish on TCG Player, which is not too bad. A lot of people don't know how to feel about collector's rares nowadays, because when they first came out, you know, the first set of collector's rares in Toon Chaos were like a lot of the most iconic cards in the game. And then as time went on, they were just like a lot of in-archetype stuff for archetypes that people didn't necessarily care about. So there's some collector's rares that are awesome and some that are absolutely just dirt cheap because nobody cares about them. I remember whatever the set that Drytron came out in, you had collector's rare Beat Cop and collector's rare Alistair Mad Invoker for like $20 each. Okay, so we've got Widget Kid, which is pretty good. Draconet only procs off of being normal summoned. Well, I guess we just fire off the Graceful Charity too. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's a little bit strong. Just a little bit. Link Slayer is also crazy. I feel like Link Slayer is a really strong card in limited formats, because he's literally just Cyber Dragon with back row removal. But he doesn't enable a lot of the same cool stuff that Cyber Dragon does. Okay, here we go, I guess. Oh, no, I didn't want to do the one for my hand. I fucked up. It'd be like that. I did actually shill out money for the collector's rare Stardust. It's not a first edition, it's an unlim, but I'm very happy that I have it. I will probably never own the Starlight rare Stardust, unfortunately. But who knows? I really don't know what I'm doing here. I feel like I'm always just making the same end board with this deck, which is Pentastag Transcode Talker, which seems like it's working, but I just want to do something different. Maybe I'll switch decks after this or see what else I can build. Power Code Talker can negate a monster. Oh yeah, yeah, Devin, you've got the Starlight Rare access code, right? Like that thing is a monster. Um, the only Starlight I have is the Ecclesia, the one from Rise of the Duelist. Yeah, the original Ecclesia. Favorite set of the year so far. Does that include? Does that include the other products like structure decks and stuff like that? So, Photon Hypernova it was a crazy set. I love Photon Hypernova as a set. Didn't quite do what um, Power of the Elements did for me, but Photon Hypernova is a great set. I also love the Trap Tricks structure deck because not only is the Trap Tricks deck like pretty decent on its own, but the it did a lot of really cool things. Like it brought you can basically play like hat format in Common Charity. You can literally make almost card for card the exact decks played in hat format in Common Charity. Raigeki is now playable in Common Charity. There's just lots of nutty stuff that was in there. Good hand trap reprints and stuff like that. Yeah, really love the Trap Trick structure deck. The new Speed Duel expansion has been revealed, so everybody knows what's in that, and that thing has some pretty cool stuff in it. It's got obviously it's got secret rare allure, super poly. It's got evil hero malicious bane, which is pretty cool for Edison format. It's got ill blood. That card was played in zombies way back in the day. It's got a lot of really cool stuff, but it's kind of a weird head scratcher because they made sure to include like all of the antagonist characters that are not already in Speed Duels for GX. So all of the Shadow Riders from season 1, and then you got Supreme King from season 3, and that's the whole box. It's just all bad guys. What am I making here? I think I just want to leave Link Slayer on the field, so I'm going to do the one-time passcode. It's kind of sad to see that after Cyberstorm Access, that will be the end of the I guess the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens era of the TCG and on to something else. It doesn't seem like they're really changing it very much. It seems like they're just going to keep continuing it, but I think back to when Rise of the Duelist came out in summer of 2020 and how that was a huge game changer because it was the first time that they were not locked into adapting cards from the anime, and they had complete and total creative freedom over TCG card design. They could design them over whatever they wanted to. There was no anime restrictions as far as what they had to make. So what did they do? They made the lore decks for whatever respective lore they had going on not only good, but like the best things you could be playing. So whether it was Dogmatica or Tri Brigade or Sword Soul or Branded, like consistently since this era has begun, the lore decks have been like the best, some of the best decks you could be playing, which is just such an awesome thing to me. And then they did something else really clever that I loved, which was they made they like combined archetypes together. So they did I think as they first did it with the Phantom Knight and Raid Raptors, and then they did it again with UAs and FAs, which wasn't very successful. But there's like so many examples throughout this past era where it's like this card is treated as both this archetype and this archetype. And then you get into the new lore cards, the Vsauce Starfrost lore, and they just did it even harder. Like there are literally cards that the entire name of the card is like archetype. Like you have Scareclaw Kashtira, which is literally just archetype, or Tearlament's Kashtira, and it's like that's it. It's just that's all it is. Is just I guess I could have pitched the Feather Duster or just activated the Feather Duster. I didn't have to do that. That was a good hit though, getting rid of Mirror Force. I guess we'll close this out. But it's crazy as well, and I don't mean to like. It's funny that Devin says I still want a Gundam archetype, but like okay, Transcode Talker is literally a Gundam. Like if you watch his summon animation in the anime, he literally has like a massive laser rifle that he grips with like a handle on the side of it. It looks exactly like a Gundam beam rifle thing. Let's open some more packs. But yeah, it's one of those things. I don't mean to get like on an existential tangent here, but it's one of those things where the older you get, the more quickly time seems to pass. And to think that it's already been so long since summer of 2020 when this era began, and to think that this era is ending is just crazy to me. Like the fact that me and Michelle are watching Vrains right now, and the fact that like Vrains not only is over but ended like years ago, and it started in 2017, which is like 6 years ago now. It's just unbelievable to me. Oh, we got a Nightmare Mermaid. Definitely want to put that to use. I could actually make the absolutely busted Lunalight Orcus deck that I played in 2018, 2019, because I want to say it was late 2018 or something like that. That was no, it had to have been late 2019 because it was after the YCS. The Lunalight Orcus deck with Nightmare Mermaid is still to this day one of the most fun and broken decks I have ever played. I have not had more fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Than with that deck. That deck was unbelievable. Oh, look, another... Speaking of Orcus, we got a Galatea. I think we'll take that. Anyway, I'm getting onto and a Buffalo. Cool. We're getting on a huge tangent here, but yeah, like I said, it's crazy to think that this era is already over. And it's not like, oh, Borload, sweet. It's not really over. Like, we're just transitioning to something else. And it's also one of those things where the green packs, the Duelist packs, always end up being like the most insane. Whether it's Duelist Genesis for introducing Synchro Monsters, or Duelist Alliance for Shaddoll Burning Abyss and Teller Knights and all that, or Rise of the Duelists for Dogmatica and having talents and droplets and Infernoble in it, like all that stuff. Like the new set after Cyberstorm Access is another of the Duelist set, and I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it has new Infernoble support in it, and I'm so excited about that. Yeah, Ritual Pendulum. I mean that. Yeah, was that the first time they did a ritual pendulum? Was with what's his name? Got another Saryuja. I don't think I need another one. Backup secretary is kind of nice. Um, what is it? Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. Was that the first um, ritual pendulum? Yeah, I think that deck might be the deck I'm looking forward to playing the most later this year. Is finally playing Infernoble. Like I want everybody to understand how scuffed I felt um after the cards that the generic cards that allowed Infernoble to be playable got banned. And it's unfortunate that the deck was taking advantage of overpowered generic cards like Link Cross, Needle Fiber, Aurora Dawn, VFD, etc. And all of those cards deserve to be banned for sure. But it's just such a shame that without those cards, the deck went from being pretty competent to completely unplayable overnight. It literally cannot make a play without those cards. And I just felt so scuffed because the only time that where's my Goki deck? Oh, this is it right here. Okay. Um, do I want to make a? It looks like I was torn between making a Crusadia deck and a Goki deck here with whatever I started. Um, so the only time that Infernoble was playable was right in the middle of 2020 when COVID was at its worst and nobody was playing at physical locals. Everybody was playing remote duels, which sucked, and you were winning because you were looping your opponent with Aqua Dolphin and Smoke Grenade. And then after Smoke Grenade got banned and all the other like Link Cross and Needle Fiber and all that eventually got banned, it's like the deck went completely unplayable, and I felt so scuffed, and I really just I really feel like that's why like um returning to the game in early 2022, because it was pretty much like adventure format when I finally got to consistently go back to locals and play again. Why I enjoyed that so much, because I missed a good 2 years of the game, and it was a 2 year period of the game that I really wanted to play because it had good fun decks that, and granted, it had a lot of degenerate stuff like VFD and you know, Link Cross combos and all that, but I wanted to play that busted version of Infernoble. I wanted to play Dragon Link with Union Carrier and Buster Lock stupid shenanigans and um what do you call it? I wanted to play Zodiac Tri Brigade with Drident and the Samorg Link monster and all that stupid stuff, and I never got a chance to play any of that because of COVID. And so, coming back to the game in early 2022 was just so enjoyable for that reason. Chris here in chat being like, "I'm here for degen stuff." We just perfect timing as we talked about horrible band cards that do not need to ever exist again. Which of course we're playing a few of those tonight. You know, if I really wanted to, I could play Gumblar as well, but I don't want to be rude and just flex on the AI like that, because that takes so long to set up just to flex on the AI, and who wants to see that? Okay, what do we have for Goki? We have exactly 0 Suprexes. Yeah, it's like Pot of Great is banned, and then they just give every single archetype their own version of Destiny Draw. which is really yeah, the trap tricks, what is it, trap tantalizing tune or whatever, where it's literally just destiny draw. Are these actually the only Gokis in the game? The deck might not actually be, well, I say the deck's not worth making, but I can still do like the Nightmare Goblin extra link version. I can play it generic. I just don't have because I was looking at the payoffs and it's like, well, we have Giant Ogre, which is kind of good because he was in Cybernetic Horizon, but we don't have Powerload Ogre because he didn't exist yet. Yeah, every archetype getting a field spell that says go off. I mean, that's it's actually been that way. So I think I would actually put the genesis of the broken field spell all the way back at Dragon Ravine. I feel like Dragon Ravine was the first field spell that was like, this field spell does everything that your archetype needs it to do. And then from there, it was like Cosmo Town and Union Hangar and all of the. Now we have all the damn Vsauce Starfrost ones. Um, so it doesn't look like we're making Goki yet. Can we make Dragon Link? I guess I should keep that list as a. Let's do this. Goki? This would be like, so I'm kind of keeping track of which Goki cards I have and don't have. Let's make this empty. Call it Dragon Link. It already knows. It knows because of Master Duel. Yeah, what was that, like late 2021 when we first dueled and I was playing Goki against you and you're like, "What's a Link summon?" Let's see. Black and white are already limited in this, which is fine. Crusadia Draco is good. Defrag Dragon's kind of all right in a limited format. Well, we do have Galaxy Serpent, so if we have World Challenge Justicar, we can do whatever that combo was that I said was possible. Same thing with Gateway Dragon. Like Gateway Dragon is kind of okay in a limited format, but the fact that he summons from hand is kind of bad. But if you're going second, his inherent special summon condition is kind of cool. Maybe I'll get a Agripane and be able to summon Abyss off of it. It's also remarkable to me how, like, there's so many, again with like anime bullshit, there's so many main deck rocket monsters, but none of them actually do anything on their own, at least. And so they have to have another card to pop them to do anything, unless, so like Striker Dragon and um Tracer do so much for that archetype, they literally just carry the entire thing. Oh my god, Totem Dragon finally got a reprint in the new Speed Duel thing that's coming up. And I like Michelle probably heard me in the other room because she was on call with you guys, and I was watching somebody open it, and I saw Totem Dragon in there, and I literally like screamed out loud. I was like, "Yes, let's go!" And I think it was because it's because this is required in like the Edison format Disaster Dragon deck, and I have one copy from back in the day when I played it, but only one, and it's like a $15 card. It's only been printed the one time in like Raging Battle or something like that from early 5Ds. Twin Triangle Dragon. Wasn't this guy played in one version of Dragon Link that used the DracoNet package? I feel like he was. I'm gonna put him in there. It doesn't seem like we have the payoffs that we want for Dragon Link yet. I mean, Burl Sword is a payoff. But we don't have. I guess I need to find out which pack has LP and almost said almost did the meme. Almost said Argapane. All right, let's just look what we got here. I think I just casually went by Galaxy Serpent as well and didn't put it in the deck because I know for a fact I have Galaxy Serpent in here because it can't. It comes in the starter deck for this. Oh, Devin, did you see that Macrocosmos is a secret rare in the new Speed Duel product? Because you bet I want to get a copy of that. I actually think that like Chaos Monarch might be the deck I want to play in Speed Duel because you have DD Survivor and you have obviously you have Macro and all that. Macro will initially be at 3 when the product debuts, although I'm sure they may put it on the weird arbitrary limited list thing later. Where is Galaxy Serpent? Oh yeah, evil heroes look cracked as well because the Supreme King skill lets you use Super Poly to make evil heroes, which is something that I think I pointed out when me and Michelle watched it in the anime, where I'm like, hang on, the whole thing is he used Super Poly to make Dark Gaia in the duel against Jim, but you can't do that because it has to be with Dark Fusion, and so they're literally just like, forget we did that. We didn't do that. Don't worry about it. And so now they're just like, oh yeah, let's not only remove that restriction, but be able to make. Oh my fucking god! I forgot I pulled this. Yes, we're putting him in there. I pulled BLS earlier off screen. Anyway, yeah, so they made it to where you can make your opponent's monster a rock. So you can literally just super poly any of your opponent's monsters into Dark Gaia. So Dark Gaia Turbo seems like actually busted in Speed Duels. The only problem is having to hard draw the super poly, but I mean it's a deck half the size of a regular TCG deck, so how hard could it be? Am I just about to find out how busted a Dragon Link deck could be with no ban list? Like if I just put in Eclipse Wyvern and all that stuff in here. Yeah, there already is technically a secret rare super poly as well from the GX Legendary Collection, and I do actually have a copy of that one, but a lot of people are saying that there's something just nicer about the Speed Duel secret rares. And yeah, the print quality on them is it really is like second to none. They do look amazing. I still don't know why Lone Fire is limited. Oh, a Keeper of Dragon Magic? I guess I could put that in there. Um, Not Keeper of Dragon Magic, Keeper of the Shrine. I saw it earlier. I guess I can go back and get it. I don't know. Was that played in Dragon Link back in 2018, 2019? We're just going to casually skip over, the best archetype that needs support here. Like, when is the Malice Vorus support coming? This deck is crazy. It just needs a couple more cards. You know what's crazy is you could, in theory, if you just wanted to goof off, you could. These guys are not the. You could potentially tech this into Sprite. I can't believe I'm saying that. The Mech Knights kind of break this game in half as well. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that they're adding like a food archetype that's like Hungry Burger adjacent support and is kind of weird. It kind of weird is putting it lightly. I guess I should check up on this Noble Knight deck. I've got a Madrot. I need more than one, but I might actually be able to make that. Well, hell, I may just have Orcust. Like, I've got 3 Harp Horror, and 3 Simple Skeleton, and I know I have Nightmare Mermaid. It's nice to see Maxi with a big old ban icon next to it. Yeah, tell me about it. I can still play it if I really want to, but I'm not playing against a lot of decks that special summon unless I'm playing up against the Vrains characters. I've got a Gamma. I've got a whole 1 Gamma. Um, I don't have Darkness Metal. What archetype was I just looking at? My brain already just forgot. Not Noble Knights. There was something else where I'm like, I should finish building that. Wasn't Mech Knights. Orcus. Yeah. So, I need Rusty Bardiche for that. So I need to figure out what pack Phantom Knights come in. Shiba Warrior Taro. I remember when people tried buying out this card when Kazuki Takahashi passed away, and I don't think it stuck. Something kind of insidious about, like, somebody passes away and you're like, I'm going to immediately buy up all their memorabilia. I don't know. It just seems kind of bad taste. I mean, yeah, buy it for yourself, sure, but don't buy it to like make a market crisis and take advantage of other people that want to buy it. Oh yeah. This is toss format, so Thunder Dragon is powerful here too. I just don't seem to have any of the other Thunder Dragon cards yet. I have a feeling I have like almost an entire Altergeist deck um, base Subterror. Let me see where they were. Yeah, just Fiendus and Behemoth. I actually think that Guru is should be in this game, I believe, because this would be late. Like I said, it's either late 2019 or early 2020. This was made, so yeah, we should have Guru. Was it this? I must be thinking of Crusadia, but I think World Crown was played in that too, if I remember correctly. World One was played in Orcust. um, ID4 Steve says for the NR tournament on Master Duel, I subbed Royal Keeper for Guru in my sub terror list. That's hilarious, and I love it. Apparently, I need to look into this because apparently the NR format was so popular that it has like its own fan Discord, and I think from what I can tell, I need to look into it. But it seems like they still continue to do tournaments for it to this day. What is up with the artwork on this card? I have never seen this before. Venu, Bright Bird of Divinity. When the hell was that printed? Boot Sector launch. This was back when we played World Legacy Guard Dragon in Dragon Link as well, which in theory still seems like a really powerful card in Dragon Link, but I don't remember exactly why it was dropped. It might be Dragon Ravine. We need that. It might just be because they didn't have room for it anymore. I could also play the line that's like Romulus for Divine Lance for Phalanx to have another body on board. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Just main deck Monster Reborn. I guess I could as well. I need to see if I actually pulled World Legacy Guard Dragon. Obedient Schooled. It's funny. A friend of mine sent me a video that's like it's some kind of Warhammer comedy skit thing, and it's a Yu-Gi-Oh spoof, and Obedient Schooled absolutely comes up in that video where the one character used it to summon like 3 fabled monsters and then tribute summons them. It's funny because he's like a big Magic the Gathering player, but whenever he sees me and we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, he'll always like hear something else about the game, and then I remember he saw Rescue Cat, which might have been in uh, Michelle's deck at the time, and he's like, "I've seen that card before." It's from a Magic shit post or a Warhammer shit post rather. I've only got one quick launch. Is Tracer in the Tracer's got to be in this? I guess I need to fight the rest of the Vrain's characters in order to unlock the other packs. Oh yeah, I saw the Gates of Dark World and I immediately started thinking about the dangers a bunch of the dangers I think are limited in this game. It was shortly after they came out, and everybody was terrified of Danger Dark World FTK. War Legacy Succession. But no War Legacy Guard Dragon. Yeah, see, I've got some decent traps. I've got Bottomless and Compulse. You know, good old last turn. I actually wonder if there are situations in this game in which last turn cannot resolve correctly because they didn't know how to program all of its rulings correctly. Oh, personal spoofing is at 2. I guess this is back when Altergeist was still, like, hated. Because it had just come... oh, man, that's sad as well. This was after Red Reboot was limited, but well before it was banned. This card was at 1 for a long-ass time. And I remember when this card came out being like, yeah, it's, well, you know, it's a side deck staple, and it's great. Everybody likes Red Reboot. And then I never thought it would actually get banned. And it is kind of still of a head scratcher as to why it did. I guess it is kind of an FTK against trap focused decks, and they wanted decks like Labyrinth and the inevitable Trap Tricks deck to have a chance. But man, again, talking about Guru and that Lunalight Orcus deck that I played, boy, did I sure have a good time resolving Red Reboot and OTKing those Guru decks back then. Most people are like, oh, trap decks are so unfun to play against, and a lot of times they are. Oh, I do have Colossus. Isn't just Chaos Thunder Dragon like another variant of Dragon Link, essentially? We'll think about it. I have Blood Mephist in this game, and every time I summon him, it just makes me so irritated that they haven't reprinted this guy as a non-prize card. Literally, this card is worth like several $1,000s because it was a like World Championship prize card, and there's only like a handful of them in existence. And I don't know why the other prize cards didn't, or the other prize cards got this treatment, like Minerva and the Chaos Emperor Dragon and all that. They've all gotten proper adaptations into the TCG, but Blood Mephist, nah, forget about it. He even appeared in the 5D's anime, and they're just like, nope, don't worry about it. Maybe it's because of the word blood, like they want to censor that out of the card name. I wouldn't be surprised because they did it with Ultimate Offering. Ultimate Offering's name in Japan was like Paid in Blood, I think. Alright, I don't think we're playing any Xyz monsters in Dragon Link, unless it's Hope Harbinger. Devin talking about the Exodia model kit. I saw pictures of that, and I wasn't sure exactly what it was, but it does look. If it is what it, with the pictures I saw, then it does look really cool. I almost made the joke too, where I was like, I want this to be. Wouldn't it be great if this thing was sold piece by piece, and you had to buy each limb separately and assemble it? Draglubion. I don't have Draglubion yet, do I? I'm also trying to think when Draglubion was printed. Um, it was 2019. See, it's too late to change the name. I mean, I guess it's not too late to change the name because they have they've done it before with erratas and like archetypes and stuff like that. Like everybody remembers poor Cypher Soldier who used to be Kinetic Soldier, but aside from doing an errata to the card to fix something like that, there's no real reason to like they're kind of stuck because they already called it Blood Mephist in the official TCG printing of it for the prize card version. All right, we unfortunately do not have the makings of Frog the Jam. Poor Frog the Jam. Not a frog. I'm gonna quickly just look up what pack the Phantom Knights come in. Let's see. Oh, for fuck's sake. uh I looked up which character it unlocks from, and it's like, oh, it's unlocked by somebody named Shay. Who is Shay? And then I remember it's I'm actually trying to remember his Japanese name now. Shun, yeah, Shun Kurosaki from Arc 5. That's how I've always known him. Absolute betrayal of a localization there. Alright, I guess I gotta go unlock him in Arc 5 then. Oh god. How long until... Because the only pack I think I have in Arc 5 is this guy. Well, to Arc 5, here we go. Mega Master again saying, I've never watched the English dub for Arc 5 aside from the spunky-esque clips. I've seen a little bit of Arc 5's dub because somebody actually put it on the TV at work one day, which was really funny, and I was like trying to act like I wasn't paying attention, but I'm like secretly really intrigued, like what did they do? How did they massacre the show? And I think it actually was an episode that Jack was in, so like obviously they got his voice to return. Not that I really care about the English voice for 5Ds either, because that's definitely a series that's like most Yu-Gi-Oh series better enjoyed in Japanese. Prediction princesses, those sure are a memorable archetype, right? Oh, prediction princesses. I think yeah. Wasn't there like one random card in Photon Hypernova that was a prediction princess card? It's like Abyss Actors got support there, and everybody was like, "Oh yeah, the new Abyss Actors support is actually really good." But I'm like, um, I guess I just don't like the. Oh dear, I've truly have messed this up, haven't I? Well, I guess I'm wasting another card here. I need to stop wasting Link Spider when I don't have the other vanilla in my hand because it's less value. Um, yeah, I wonder if Arc 5 has the... And I guess I need to finish Arc 5 to see if this is the case. But I wonder if Arc 5 has the problem... Has the GX problem of, like, who is the rival kind of thing. Because you have... Obviously, you have Reiji, who plays DDD. But you have, like, the other guy who starts out playing, like... Is he the one that starts out playing Constellars against Yuya, and then he plays Abyss Actors way later on? Hmm. Sawatari, I guess is his name, yeah. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit biased here. Okay, I'm definitely a lot biased here, but yeah, Reiji's way cooler. And DDDs are way cooler than Abyss Actors. Normal that Manju. Get another copy of the same thing you already got. Pendulum fur rat things. I think so. I don't think Yosenju is an anime archetype. I think they were in, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they in the same deck building set as Necroz? Because it was like Necroz, Yosenju, and Ritual Spiritual Beasts. I mean, what if I just activated Transcode Talker's effect? And he came back. And now I'm all of a sudden larger than your guy. Okay, so once per turn during the end phase, you can special summon one flip monster from your hand or graveyard to face down defense position. That is a terrible effect. That is awful. Literally, the level 6 Penguin Synchro, the Penguin Brave, is better than this card. And far easier to make. I actually don't know if Flame Buffalo is even as good without Salamangreat Spinny. So do we just firewall and bounce a bunch of his stuff, or her stuff, I should say? Oh yeah, yeah. That is a great point. I forgot about that. I noticed that the other day when looking at the Penguin cards. So ID4 Steve mentions as well. Does Penguin Ninja count as one of those dual archetype cards where it's just archetype? And the answer is yes. Um, it's also hilarious. We put the Royal Penguin Garden thing in Michelle's Fluffle deck to search Fluffle Penguin, and it's fantastic. Um, and I mentioned that I mentioned to a couple people I'm kind of building this weird draft cube thing for like a limited format, and I've just kind of handpicked a bunch of cards to kind of help some of the people who are learning how to play the game with me, to help them figure out how to deck build. And some of the sort of incidental engines and stuff I put together was the Penguin cards out of like Burst of Destiny and all that. And the Penguin cards are, when you read them, you're like, wow, these are actually really good. And when you, especially when you read, like, if you were to combine like Penguin Brave with Penguin Soldier and Penguin, what is it, Nightmare Penguin, you're like, this is actually not a bad control engine. Of course, it's a little outdated. It's, you know, maybe 2013, 2014 standard control engine, but yeah, yeah, exactly. He says again, in sealed / draft, penguins are actually okay. They seem actually really competent, really competent, especially because depending on what you give them, like there's a lot of great generic water support. Not to mention, we all know what you can make with level 2 aquas. A certain card that needs no introduction. Just do empty jar, but with penguins instead. That is horrifying. I think that I need to reread Penguin Brave, the synchro, but I think it locks you into either specifically penguins, or there's like a type locking or something in there. So I don't think you can set like morphing jar off of it, because that would be a little wacky. What am I going for here? I want to get rid of this stuff that's on board here. But if I make Nightmare Unicorn, then I lose. No, well, fuck it, we're fine. We're totally fine. Yeah, make Nightmare Unicorn. Oh, I can't make Nightmare Unicorn because it's not a Cyberse type. Does okay, transcode will buff firewall, so yeah, we're fine. Actually, still does not answer the back row. Do I care about the back row? Am I being honest here? We're just gonna. This is what you do when you're playing against AI. You just throw caution to the wind and just hope that whatever back row they're playing is some weird in archetype thing that is just bad. Also, what are the chances this thing would have 22 defense? Good thing we play Feather Duster. Alright, now we do this. Spin back the card you just set because it's probably bad news. The other back row you had you didn't activate. And then Firewall. Bye. So that token is definitely going to bait out the AI to try to attack it, because they literally cannot resist a 0 attack token on the board. They're going to try to attack it, and we have enemy controller for that. Compulse. You compulse the token. And Firewall Dragon was right there. What is wrong with you? That was the most random thing. Alright. You wasted your only good trap on, And, well, if that was the trap that she didn't activate the previous turn, why didn't they activate it when I actually had a threat to them? I'll never understand. At least I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sora is still the same name in Japan as in English. Oh great, we got the Yuzu pack. We definitely need that. This is actually a pretty fun duel. So this is Melodious versus Gem Knights. And it's interesting because Arc 5 was one of the only times where they tried to actually implement the what do you call it? Oh, there's Reiji. They tried to implement the lore archetypes into the anime by having some of the dual terminal archetypes actually make an appearance, because you had that kid that plays X-Sabers finally in the anime, and then of course Gem Knights were originally a dual terminal archetype, but they gave them like anime stuff to do, which is the whole reason why like Crystal Rose and everything exists. It's literally just contrived anime bullshit to get the Gem Knight and Melodious cards to work together, and it's just really funny. It's like, if a Gem Knight or Melodious card were to blah blah blah. That, you know, that's actually something they should continue, because Melodious is so overdue for new support. Gem Knight got new support because they did the Earth Duelist pack in Japan and then decided not to adapt it over here. But for they still we need Melodious support. Like, the deck does nothing and it needs just a couple more cards and it could be decent. But let's see, if I clock Wyvern, then World Legacy Succession is not online. So we're going to Draconet instead. Yeah, Soflo Chord. Um, yeah, Melodious needs support bad, and I'm waiting for them to finally show us some cards from the Fire Duelist pack, because they've announced it in Japan that getting a Fire Duelist pack, but they haven't revealed any of the cards for it. I don't even know if it has a release date, but I want new Volcanic support so bad, like really, really unreasonably bad. And then, um, just can you imagine just like one or two new Salamangreat cards, and potentially Salamangreat could be a card, it could be a deck that's relevant again. Um, give them back 3 Gazelle and give them like one or two new cards in that Duelist pack, and it would be insane. But I guess the question is, what other anime characters do you put in there? Because they have to pick like anime characters to um adapt, and so like there's not really any other characters, like anime specific characters, that use fire decks aside from uh Soulburner and um Axel slash Austin. What they would probably do is find some contrived way to make like a Joey Flame Swordsman archetype. Yeah, yeah. Legends of the Deep was only one character. Well, it felt like it was only one character because of what they did with the English version, but it was at least 3 characters, because it was Mako for the Umi stuff. It was can't remember his name. That's Shark in Zexal for the Shark stuff, and it was Aoi from Vrains for the Marine set stuff. And they had Shark on the cover of the pack in Japan, and they changed it to make it Mako for the English version. Everybody was pissed about that because it's like they're just erasing all the characters that are not from DM. All right, what was I trying to summon here? Oh no, I'm fine. Now watch the AI just do a Gem Knight FTK against me here. Oh, we're polying for 3 from hand. Lady Brilliant Diamond. That's big. That's pretty big. Oh, yeah, there's Master Diamond. Bait them with a set Dark Hole. That actually does work in one of the games. In Forbidden Memories, against some of the final fights of the game, if you set a back row, you can bait the AI into using Harpy's Feather Duster, which gives you an open board next turn. That was kind of yikes. That was pretty strong there. Oh wow, they just burned me for 3,400. That was incredibly rude. What are we gonna summon to turn this around? I'm like legit kind of terrified of this Gem Knight deck here. Okay, so debug gets us to like Infraflyer or something, but we don't have anything strong we can make. She has no cards, which is a benefit to us, but oh, I can go to not Digitron, Bit Trooper. Or maybe not, it's level 3 or lower. That seems pretty good. Let's go with Widget Kid. Oh, shoot. It's not summoning it. Well, I fucked up. Well, we'll just, you know, attack for 17 there. I don't know why I thought I could summon Widget Kid with debug on the field, but I was sorely mistaken. Yeah, I guess the safest thing to do is Nightmare Phoenix here, right? Give me 2 new cards. Holy crap, that's amazing. Oh my god, that's insane. Well, unfortunately, we don't have another way to normal. Otherwise, the ROM Cloudy would be insane here because we could normal that, add back the Digitron, pitch the Digitron for Bit Trooper, and just go ham. But, yeah, I guess we just battle here. Okay, I guess it's time to make Boral Sword. Okay, so we go Rom Claudia, add back the Digitron, pitch the Digitron with Bit Trooper. Man, finally getting to see this thing in the anime was amazing. Okay. That's it. That's all she wrote. All right. Quite a comeback there considering the amount of damage we took. Holy crap. Yeah, this stupid thing, the Crystal Rose, like it's a It's like the epitome of contrived anime moment stuff. I don't know how. Hopefully, right here is where we unlock the Shun pack, because I need to be calling it a night here soon. But I want Phantom Knights. Yeah, this idiot, Sawatari. I guess I need to. Michelle's asking about Fluffles. I guess I need to look up which set uh, has Fluffles in it. Steve's saying I've got to call it. Good night. Hey, appreciate you watching. Have a good one, man. Oh, maybe Devin's right. Maybe it is Yosenju's. Um, he sure is playing Yosenju's here. But yeah, I thought for sure that he played oh, I'll have to look it up. Or just finish watching Arc 5. What a concept, right? Alright, so can I proc Trisbana here and just banish his entire back row? Can I do that? Yeah, so I've got the Infra Flyer to summon to the zone that Trisbana would point to. So we can just do Draconet shenanigans. Oh man. Okay. I think we get there. I actually don't have another extender. Um, let's just see what we get with debug here. What can we search for? Infra Flyer is a hard once. I need I can't believe I haven't put backup secretary in the deck yet. Let's get Dotscaper. It's a good little dude. Alright, let's just see what happens here. It's one of those where, like, if you can't go completely off, you just kind of have to gauge what your opponent has and plan accordingly. Tanky. Totally fine. Completely fine. don't want to. I guess I don't have a choice here. I didn't want to use the Infraflyer because I wanted to make Trisbana. It's really unfortunate. Oh well, I have another Infraflyer for next turn. Yeah, so this is the guy that bounces a guy back to my hand, so I think I will have to Book of Moon him. Oh boy. I'd be lying if I said I knew anything of what the Yosenju cards do, because I don't know a single thing that they do. Alright, we're gonna try some funky little things here. Alright, we should be able to win from this position. I just want to banish all of his back row to say fuck you to him. So we're gonna make Trisbana anyway. No, No, I obviously want to use that as more than one material. It doesn't say it requires 3 monsters, though. Oh, well, it's fine. We still win. Because he takes burn damage as well from this. Get fucked, idiot. And we attacked for a game. That was interesting. I have never played against the Ascenders before, so well, I mean, maybe I did a long time ago. I don't remember, but I just found them like incredibly uninteresting. Oh yeah, so Shun has a dual Sora here. Fluffle time, let's go! Of course, he's probably going to summon the garbage ones, like Frightfur Bear, which is not very good, but he's like kind of the boss monster for Fluffle at this early stage. Dog pass. Okay. Alright. It's just gonna be like that. Look at the beans. Look at the beans on dog. Don't you love drawing all 3 of your Draco nets? Nothing that a little Graceful Charity can't fix. I think I could trigger the Sea Archiver here as well. Yeah, here we go. Archive the sea. All right, what do we go for here? We could make... Let me read Topologic Bomber Dragon again, because I don't want to... Yeah, he really kind of vibes on his own there. I think this might just be a firewall attack kind of situation. Let me make Nightmare Phoenix first, though. And it's co-linked, which means it gets an additional effect. Oh my god, that's so good. Draw a card. Unbelievable. Oh, well, I fucked that up really bad then. Not only do I not have another extender for Firewall, but I can't resolve Transcode's effect because I summoned Nightmare Phoenix. Uh that's one of the most technical things you've got to remember about Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot of times is like remembering when you get type locked by certain effects, whether it's an archetype lock or a literal like type lock. It's just so tough to remember when it comes up and when it doesn't. Let's make this guy. Xcode Talker. Bullshit, no fun, zone lock turbo. Oh, he buffs him even more too. That's pretty cool. Where's your arrow going, dude? Nowhere. Oh, he gets more attack, though. Why would you ever normal summon bear? You would never. You pitch that bear and get that toy vendor, and you're gonna like it. Unbelievable. Alright, so I guess we do debug, get. Oh my god, I love these generic Cyberse cards so much. They're honestly just really strong. Activate Bit Trooper, pitch the Dotscaper, trigger the Dotscaper. Can we extra link him? That is the question. Do we have a guy that points that way? We do. We have Underclock Taker. I mean, that's not really worth it, though. It'd be really silly. Yeah, we could Underclock Taker, Nightmare Phoenix, and then Link Haribo up here, but that would just be silly. Plus, Nightmare Phoenix is already in the graveyard. Well, what are we making then? What are we summoning? Power Code Talker? Hell yeah. If codes could talk. We're just gonna negate chain for the hell of it. Oh no, I do not want to do that. Well, I think we can extra link here. Do we have something that points up? We have firewall. Oh no. Oh my god. Maybe? I mean, if I do extra link, it's literally just a flex, but you know. That'd go World Legacy Succession. Is Dotscaper a once per duel? It is. Oh my god. And here's that level 1 thing coming up again. Not having another level 1 to Oh well, we don't. I'm literally just flexing at this point. We do not have to extra link. Oh, so we still have Devotee? We don't. Yeah, we can't extra link. That's fine. Actually, maybe we can if we do, No, we can't. We would have to do, what do you call it? We would have to do... Underclock Taker in this zone by linking off, S-Code Talker. Yeah, it's not worth it. Unless, do we get a trophy for extra linking? We're already in the battle phase now. It's too late. Yay, we get Fluffle Dog! We get the dog. I still didn't unlock Shun's pack, and I'm really tired, so I'm probably going to go to bed here. But let's... We've got a lot of battle points, so let's see what we can buy here. Maybe Yuzu's pack's got something cool. Gladiator Beasts and Fluffle Wings and Orphascorpio. Holy crap. Well, we know how to get Fluffles now. Yeah, Michelle, if you're watching, if you wanna make Fluffles in this game on the Switch version, then you just have to unlock Yuzu's pack and that's it. You get Gem Knights as well from it. Patchwork! Yeah! Mischief of the Gnomes. So we got Patchwork. Unfortunately, the other, like the Rise of the Duelist era cards do not exist in this. Penguin Garden does not exist in this. Eldritch does not exist in this. This is like very old school era Fluffles, but they can still OTK like nothing. It's just a much more primitive version of the deck. But they pretty much have everything except they have all their going second tools. They just have none of their going first tools. So no Scythe, no Whale, but they have everything else. So you can still OTK like crazy with them. Let's see. Spend some more points on... Oh, we got another Super X. Hell yeah. And another Nightmare Unicorn for whatever it's worth. Check this out. Boral Guard Dragon. Wouldn't really care about that. Guys, Protocol. Magnite Blue Sky. Alright, I'm done with this stupid pack. Let's open some random packs just for some fun here at the end. Let's open a Jack pack. Jack pack! Power Giant's kind of nice. Let's open a Yusei pack. Chronicle Spark Dragon. It's whatever. Let's open an Aki pack. Aromaseraphie Rosemary. It's unfortunate that this game predates any of the good plant stuff. Like Rika's didn't exist in this game. Let's open Leo and Luna pack to hope for some more Dragoonity stuff. Gage Yarg, I actually don't know if I have that yet. We'll take that. Let's open a Kaiba pack. Crush Card Virus. Mega Master in chat. Speaking of Jack, I made myself some overly spicy noodles for dinner. That's amazing. Jerry Beans, man! Amazing. Do we care about anyone else? Maybe we'll open a Quentin pack for some more Noble Knight stuff. An Ektar and a Boars. I know I have Ektar already, but I don't know if I have Boars. But we do now. Okay. Alright, guys. That's gonna do it for tonight. I am tired. Oh my god. Ugh. Super duper tired. But I'm glad I got that out of my system. I had a really good time. I kind of want to keep playing this. I kind of want to keep playing this to unlock that Phantom Knight stuff. Because man, let me tell you, that Lunalight Orcus deck with Nightmare Mermaid. Oh, it was so good. Such a fun deck. It was overpowered as shit, but I loved it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.